Hey guys, this is the Whitedevil here. I'm on my way to work, and a few of you guys have seen some of my previous videos. You've heard my son in them. His name is Sully. He is autistic, and right now, me and my family are in a little bit of an issue with our school district. Our school district here, I'll leave their name out of it because I don't want any slander claims or anything like that, but they have decided that all autistic children that are nonverbal do not belong in a general education classroom. No matter their performance, no matter, their social skills, anything like that, if they're nonverbal, they don't belong in a general ed setting with help as needed. Now, as a lot of parents out there will know, that under FAP, which is the Free and Appropriate Public Education Act, and IDEA, which is another act that's out there, the school district is required to give a child an education in the least restrictive environment available, and B, they are required to give them that education in the closest possible setting. Now, at the beginning of this last school year, my son was placed into this room. They called it an ASD room, which is Autism Spectrum Disorder Room. And at that time, that's what they called it. And they claimed that this was a room that was going to help transition Sully over to a regular gen ed classroom. Well, over the course of 6 weeks, with the documented time that we had done, he was only in his gen ed classroom for a very, very small part of his school week. And when asked about it, they said that the teacher wasn't able to accommodate him in the classroom because of his behavioral issues. Now, the big part of autism, which I'm sure a lot of you parents out there know, and a lot of people out there know, is having a set regular routine that requires not only just your daily schedule, but a behavioral plan, and in a lot of instances, a sensory schedule. And what that does, in fact, is it helps regulate the child's needs so that he can participate and be a productive member of society. Well, the problem is we had this behavior plan, but it wasn't being followed properly. The year before, he was in a general education classroom, and they followed the behavior plan, and there was no issue. So, the question became this year, well, why can't he be in the gen ed classroom? So the school district made a deal, and they moved our son, sorry, I wanted to make sure it's still recording there, moved our son to a gen ed classroom with resource room help when needed, sorry, driving guys, and decided that it would be a test run for 6 weeks. And at the end of the 6 weeks, we would come back and have another IEP and decide, what we were going to do based on Sully's improvements and, all of that. Well, so we go the 6 weeks, and the teachers all, are fighting to keep him there. And basically what happens is they keep him in there for the rest of the school year. Well, at at his fall IEP, which dictates his setting for the next year, we were informed that the school district had a previous meeting to discuss placement without the parents, which is basically against Sully's civil rights and ours as parents, because an IEP is an individualized education plan that is set up between teachers and parents. Well, when you don't involve the parents into it, you don't give the parents a say in what's going to happen with their child. Now, I know that it is a very long-winded video, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I usually try to keep them pretty short, but I'm flabbergasted right now. I don't understand how a school district that's supposed to teach these kids and protect these kids can do this type of thing and feel that it's okay. Now, we do have a mediation coming up, but the problem is without a civil rights attorney, it makes it very difficult. And a civil rights attorney is expensive. His retainer is fairly large. And what I'm trying to do, guys, is basically I put up a GoFundMe account. It's just for the retainer. It's not for the entire case. I'm not worried about paying him off over time. I'm able to do that. But I do need help with getting this retainer around in the 2 weeks before the mediation and the hearing. I mean, it's a lot of money. So if you guys would check down in the bottom, there's a link to it. I would appreciate if you guys could share the video, share the link, in the very least. I mean, the more people that see it, the better the chances. I really would appreciate it. And I mean, thanks, guys. I love our community out here with our scratching community, our gaming community. And I know that if I can get the word out there, that I can get the help from the people that can give it. So thank you guys again. All right. Peace out.